influencers because you know that they have real people following them, and also you look at the engagement and how they relate to every single image that they have posted as well. You know, and also, like, I know a content creator who was, you know, doing supercars, and then the followers were all from Bangladesh, you know. So it just did not make sense. And in another context, that the same person with the supercar went and was trying to sell a studio apartment in international city. So you kind of think, well, first of all, somebody like you will never be in international city. So how did the marketing manager select you to do the promotion of a product that you will never use? So I think it also falls down to marketing managers as well. Are you going to get people representing your brand who have nothing to do with the product, or are you actually going to get real people who are actually going to buy that product?
Completely agree. I think there are three things when I bring on brands to my platform that we talk about. The first is the topic of the live session, the live streaming session. What is the topic relevant to my audience? So, for example, I have 40,000 women on my platform. So talking about men's grooming products wouldn't really make sense, right? It would. But you talk about dresses, you talk about jewelry, you talk about fitness, all the women will come running, right? So the first thing we think about is the content relevant to the platform. The second thing we think about is the timing of the live. So are you live at the right time when the audience is live? I'm never going to do a session at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because I know all moms are running to the school to grab their kids from school. I'm never going to do a live streaming session at 7 o'clock in the morning because everybody's running to the offices, the wives have to keep the husbands ready, the children have to go to school. So we actually do live sessions either at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. When moms have grabbed their kids from school, they're all settled, everybody's grabbing a cup of tea and sitting. Or we do live sessions at like 9 o'clock in the evening, which works beautifully well because you're kind of done for the day. You're wrapping up, you're sitting in bed, you're chilling out. You want to watch TV or you can watch a live session. So we give you them the alternatives. And the third thing we think about is let's keep it crisp. So we never do live sessions more than 30 to 35 minutes or 40 minutes. If it's longer than that, I think you lose the attention of the audience.
That's true, yeah.
And what is the post-pandemic response to opportunities for live streaming?
Tremendous, because during before the pandemic, people knew about live streaming, but they were not using that enough. And just out of necessity, they realized that there is so much value into that, and not just, reaching the audience that they were normally targeting, but actually a more global audience as well. And one of the things that we found quite useful was in terms of education. Even the labs, like a lot of the universities were telling students, well, you can't finish this course because you need to be in the lab. And then the live streaming technologies came up where you could go close up, you could actually interact with the professors and stuff. And not just that, the hardware companies started investing in that. So I had the chance to review one of these big education BenQ, platforms, and it was a huge screen, but it was a smart TV stroke, smart computer, everything in one. And it was the most amazing thing for education. So all of a sudden, the educators realized that they have got products that they can use and have live sessions with their students and be interactive with them. So, and my child is doing forensic science in the UK, and she realized that a lot of her lab work could be done online because the professor was streaming what he was doing from his lab. So I think the pandemic made people realize you don't have to waste a lot of money getting into the car, paying for petrol. Environmentally, it's not good. A lot of things can be done remotely and also, online, so that everybody's life becomes a little bit easier.
Absolutely. I think COVID has changed the live. We all knew live sessions existed before that, but I think they were used tremendously during COVID. I'll give you an example. On my community, we did 20 weeks of back-to-back live sessions every Thursday during COVID, during the peak of COVID. And every week we would bring a new fitness instructor in, and that guy or girl used to just go viral. Like, people, 40,000 women are watching them on the Facebook community because they're at home. On an average right now, we do about 4 to 5 live sessions every week. So almost every working day of the week, I have a live session either at 5 o'clock or at 9 o'clock. And I think it's really cost effective for the brands to go in for live sessions, because, you're doing what you're giving the same message in about 30 minutes, and you're doing it online, and you have a wider reach than you would have in a physical exhibition. So I think live sessions are tremendously popular on our community.
And our final question for this fireside chat, how do we quality control on content from influencers?
Again, I think we touched on that before, is looking at what they are posting. Is it relevant to the product that you are selling? Looking at the engagement, is it, again, reflecting what they are posting, or is it just bot comments? Is it bot likes? And also looking at the ethical side as well. Like sometimes you may have the most beautiful and amazing person who's representing your brand, but you find out later that their personality does not match with you, or their values don't match with you. So I think research here is key. When you select an influencer, look at all aspects of their life. You don't want a situation like what we had with an influencer in Kuwait, not long ago. And that became a headline news because, no matter how good their content is, personality counts as well. Is this person really the kind of person I want to associate with my brand? So all that research is key.
Absolutely agree. I think I would highly urge all the brands or all the companies or anybody looking to do a live session with any influencer or on any platform is don't sign up for it immediately. Just go watch and observe for a week. And if you observe somebody for a week, you would actually see them posting every day. Where do they go? What's their lifestyle like? Who do they hang out with? And then you can find if their values are the values that you're looking for in your brand, and do they represent you rightly or not. And sometimes it could be a great match. At other times, you're absolutely looking at the wrong person or the wrong community or the wrong influencer. And never go by the numbers on Instagram. Absolutely never go by the numbers on Instagram.
Definitely not.
It's I think micro-influencers with even 20,000 or 15,000 followers sometimes will give you much better value for your money, for your time, for your efforts, if you find the right one.
And remember, it's not just about followers. It's so easy to see. If you really observe, whether this person is buying content, buying likes, buying followers or not. And I actually taught in a university to mass communication students, and they were saying, but it doesn't matter how many followers they have. The engagement is amazing. And I had to actually physically go to my Instagram, buy followers and comments and likes to show them how easy it was and how they should really think 3 times before they select an influencer in the future when they have jobs and when they sit in a decision-making, role where they can make a difference and start, selecting people based on merit. And we also talk to restaurants, and I live across City Walk, and almost every other few months a restaurant closes down. And when you talk to them, what were you doing to promote yourself? And almost all of them say, we had this most amazing influencers come in and try the food, and we got so many likes and comments. And you have to educate them that if they were bot followers, they were used by, the bots had actually liked and commented on your photo. And these bots are physically not going to come through the door, buy your food, and give you revenue. So it's as simple as that. You have to sometimes explain to brands in layman language and almost get them to use their common sense, you put 2 and 2 together. If somebody's buying, followers and things using bots, are they actually, these bots are not coming to give you revenue? It's as simple as that.
The bots aren't going to come to the restaurant.
No, they're not going to buy your food.
Thank you so much, Shireen and Rima, for this talk. It's been wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So our next session is a very exciting one. We welcome back to the stage Michael Ein Chaybeh, CEO of StreamCoin, and he'll be talking about launching MeiTalk Alpha version. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you very much. Is this working? Perfect. That's working just fine. All right. First of all, I'd like to thank you all once again. For those that were with me when I was at the Metaverse World Conference, I was talking about the NFT marketplace, and I was discussing about the other platform that we have, which is Maytalk. Now, today it's a very important day for us because we have been planning this day to be a special day. The day that we launch the project that we have been talking about it since August until date. This is the Maytalk Alpha launch. The platform is now released in its alpha version with some limited features. Well, that's just because I would like to show you the platform that we have been talking about. The platform that you've already invested in during the crowdfund. So, give me a minute there to jump into the slides. Oh, before I proceed, I just remembered. I would like to remind you that we are currently live streaming, and we are multicasting right now on the platform that I'm about to present to you. But before we proceed, let me show you and check if it is possible. Engineer Michael in the back, is it possible that we could try to put the streaming on the screen behind me, just to know if we could make this possible? Is it okay, or do you need some time? Ooh. Wow. Okay, there you go. Well, that's great. Gentlemen, this is the Maytalk platform that we've been talking to you about. We are currently multi-streaming. Behind me, I'll step away just for you to take a look at the alpha version. So, we're getting some donations. All right. Okay, so let me just explain to you here. This is the Maytalk platform with the live feed subtitling that we've been talking about before. On the Maytalk platform, I'd like to ask you for 1 second. Go take your phones out. Go to www.maytalktv.com. Okay, you will see my picture because that's I'm projecting right now, and you're gonna click on that. 3 of your friends who you wish should be with you today but couldn't make it, please share by clicking the share button right over here. All right? We don't need these chairs unless you'd like to join me. All right. So, just to give you a better look, if I could get some help from the organizers. I'm not going to sit down today, not for now at least. So yeah, this is Maytalk, and as you can see, whenever we get a donation, so you're going to endorse a streamer that's streaming, you get a little notification somewhere around here. You're going to see it in the next few minutes that the viewers are endorsing the streamer, myself. So do excuse the delay that is on the platform. It's not integrated completely on the mainnet because our mainnet is currently on 1.0, and we released 1.0 instead of the full version just so that we can have this chance to demonstrate it for you today. All right, so over here we got YouTube over here, and then Insta, and we got Twitch as well, but it's not showing here because we can only show 4 screens. This is like live right now, so there's a little tiny bit of a delay. Doing pretty good. Just a tiny bit of delay. The laptops are connected to the Wi-Fi in the conference, so therefore there's going to be a little delay because there's a lot of traffic on the server. So yeah, please excuse it. It's still in the development phase, and by the end of October we should have the platform up and ready. So what does it do? What are you looking at? Okay, a lot of us here have already invested in StreamCoin, and because we are releasing this platform, because we're releasing an NFT marketplace. But there's a lot of people here that actually don't know what it is, so I'll let you catch up with speed. So is it possible, Michael, can I please switch back to the great people have great names. Thank you very much. That's great. All right, so my name is Michael. I'm the CEO of StreamCoin. We started this project somewhere back in August last year. We started with a private sale, and not to brag, we sold out, and because we sold out the entire allotment, we were planning to burn unsold tokens so that we could move on with the development of the platform, but we sold. Hello? Okay, sorry. So we sold out unexpectedly, really quick. So we took that entire investment and we actually went full on the development of our platform. Now, let me introduce you to Maytalk. Maytalk, as mentioned behind, it's a multi-streaming platform OTT service. Now, what does it make it? How is it different? Once the mainnet is released and it gets integrated, it'll be blockchain backed with artificial intelligence and machine learning features that will support live feed subtitling, so you could translate into different languages and expand your borders to get more audiences. Because if you think about it, what's the challenge if you are to stream to, let's say, Vietnam, and you're speaking in English or you're speaking in Arabic? So what's the point? Just you get exposure. The viewer is going to take a look and see you speaking a different language. You can activate the live feed subtitling that's backed by artificial intelligence and machine learning integration, and the subtitling actually happens live as you speak. So when I was showing you the screens earlier, I'll show you maybe later on again, show you how the live feed subtitling was actually working. But let me just go through the slides. So you get 100% content ownership. We have a platform called the NFT Marketplace, which I presented earlier this morning, and that's the platform that's backed by the mainnet 1.0 that has a token standard called NSTA 601. It allows you to NFT any video content that you create, giving you 100% ownership of the video, which you can also set your royalty fee. So every time the NFT gets sold, you could keep getting royalties for every time you sell it. It also has a multi-chat feature. So if someone is chatting with you on YouTube and you're streaming on Maytalk, the chat from YouTube will appear on Maytalk. If you chat on Maytalk, it's going to go and chat on all Insta, Twitch, Yahoo for now. Sorry, not Yahoo, YouTube for now. And in the future, it's going to be 80 platforms. So you can imagine the impact it's going to create in the market. But there's a very, very, very interesting feature that has never existed ever, and we created it, and that's because of the Web3 features that we have today that we've integrated into this platform. So these are the features, but I'll walk you through each one by one. So once you get into Maytalk, MeiTalkTV.com, which you can log in right now, you're going to get to this screen. And if you didn't get to this screen, you'll just click on the square up on the right. That'll take you to this screen to sign in. There's the producer lounge feature, which you've never seen before. But this is the revolutionary feature that Maytalk has to bring to the world. Pardon me, the producer lounge feature. What it does is, if you would like to produce a video and you want to get funded, let's say you would like to rent a Lamborghini and stream for about an hour, but the cost of the Lamborghini is too expensive. But you have viewers and you have fans who are willing to be there and watch you and in fact endorse you while you're doing so. But just because you don't have the funds, you can't get endorsed, it doesn't make sense. Well, in the Web3, it's possible. With all the blockchain that has to give and decentralization, it's now possible. With the producer lounge, you'll be able to pitch a production. Investors will invest in it. And once you collect the amount that you need, you can then spend it on the day and stream. I'll walk you through it. So this is the creator side, and this is the contributor side. So like if you would like to contribute to a production, you would get into the contributors section. And this is personal management. And this is where you click and go to new proposal and the messages to a particular proposal. Now, this is where the streamer would upload a pitch video and say exactly what the plan is. I'm going to go to that particular location, rent this Lamborghini that's right behind me, pitch the entire idea. And it's optional to add images. Maybe you want to put what do you call it? You want to put an invoice, or you want to put the receipt, or you want to show proof of how much it's going to cost. And then you fill in the title of the proposal, the category. It could be film animation, and the list goes on. And then you go down, you put in the date exactly when it's going to happen. So if it's going to happen the 1st of May, you select the 1st of May, and then the crowdfund will go from then until the 1st of May. It'll start at what time and how long it will be approximately. So within an hour, within 2 hours. We're not going to be biased and say, use StreamCoin is going to be the best thing ever. We want this platform to be for you, right? You get to use this at your own convenience. So if you've got any cryptocurrency that you want to use, the top cryptocurrencies will be acceptable and accepted here on Maytalk. So you can select which cryptocurrency you'd like to receive for the proposal. And you type in how many Bitcoins that you need, or let's say StreamCoin, and minimum number of members. If you'd like to have a minimum of 10 members to be, funding you, then you'll have to get those 10, but you'll have to fill up the total amount that you need for the proposal. Then you will have the service information. So what are you doing? What is the proposal about? You drop your location so you can say exactly where this is going to happen. Of course, this is optional. You can choose not to share that location for privacy reasons. And then you can write here exactly how you're going to do it. You need to be completely transparent to the investors that will invest in your production. Now, what is it in it for them if they're paying for it? Not just because they're going to be entertained, but because when they do the streaming, the endorsement the streamer gets shared equally with all those who invested in their production, equal to how much they invested. They select the language you'll be speaking in, and you start broadcasting. I'll explain to you how they start broadcasting. You can broadcast either that way or just a regular broadcast. But let me just jump in quickly and just talk about the produce side. You're not the person that likes to stream, but you're the person who likes to view, to support. So you get into the produce lounge. You get into the produce section. That's where you're going to browse videos that are, pitches from other streamers who have pitched, in their producer lounge. So you see these top ones, the hot ones are on the top. You can filter it and just choose. Maybe you want tennis, or you want to watch scuba diving or something, right? You can filter it down here on the search, or just filter down to what you can afford. You don't want to go and fund in, let's say it's $10,000 and you're not willing to do that. So you say, okay, my budget today is somewhere around $100 to $200 for some scuba diving session or something, and then it goes on. And then you will be able to track the progress of that particular production. So in this example, I said the professional scuba diving, commercial technical diving. So let's say you clicked on it, you're interested, you want to invest in this production. So you watch the pitch, this is the pitch, and then you click on join after you confirm that you're okay with the minimum investment, and you're happy that there's at least one person is enough to invest in it. And once you click on join, you will get all the service information, all the transparency, the input that they had that I showed you earlier in the production lounge. All right. Now, how do you broadcast? We built this platform just like any platform, and any platform we will ever build will always be built through what you say, and that's how we build it, based on what you say. I'm not going to build a platform and teach you how to use it. You're going to tell me how to build this platform, and it's going to be easy and accessible for you in a very easy way. I know a lot of us are not familiar with the Web 3.0 or using cryptocurrencies or blockchain whatsoever. Leave that to us when we build it in the background, but once you put your hands on it, it's going to be click, 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 you're done, and it's all easy. So you click on the broadcast, select the camera, microphone, fill in the details, just how you do on any other modern platform. The category, title, and then this is the multi-stream toggle. It's free of charge. You can multi-stream to 80 plus platforms free of charge. It's possible because of the Web 3.0. The general live stream and the online experiences. Let me explain that. If you select here, only your paid members will get to watch your live stream. Those who didn't pay will wait until it's over. But you can just be nice and just go general and let everyone watch it. Now, when you click on the toggle that is up here, you will get the server link, just how you do in any platform that is multi-streaming. You take it from Insta, you take it from YouTube and Twitch. You put your server link and your stream key. It's a one-time thing. First time setup. Once you log back in, it's already there. Click, 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 you're live streaming. You click on add, and you get the same thing here that drops down, and you just keep adding the server link and the stream keys, and you click on finish, and you start live streaming. Now, I spoke about the NFT marketplace for about 22 minutes over there, to be precise. The NFT marketplace is backed by a mainnet, once again, backed up by a token standard that is the ENSTA 602 that has 300,000 transactions per second, security, high speed. There is a gateway access from Maytalk once you're done streaming. Before it gets uploaded on any platform, you get this pop-up that says, would you like to mint as NFT? Once you click that and you mint it, it'll take you to the gateway access into the NFT marketplace. It'll mint it first, and then it'll upload in all other platforms. If you upload in all other platforms, you've owned it first, so therefore you are the one who has full right and ownership of that particular video. All right. Other than the NFT marketplace, we have a wallet that's integrated into the Maytalk platform, so that you could receive and deposit and withdraw the amount of cryptocurrency that you want. These three are just for the example during the alpha version, but in the full version by the end of October, we're expecting that this should be out, and we'll have all major cryptocurrencies accepted up there. You can click on import to import, and there'll be a withdrawal button as well. This is going to be your assets. This is what you have in crypto in your wallet just sitting there that could be withdrawn. And then you have the trading history. The trading history is, there is no trading. You're not trading cryptocurrencies or anything. Trading history is like, if you're streaming and you get endorsed, you will see your endorsements in that window. Or let's say you have a production that you pitched and now you've earned from the production. It's going to appear there. So everything that you earned or spent on a streamer or from a fan will appear here. And this is the transaction history. Well, that's the history of what you've deposited and withdrawn yourself. Now, this is the My Page. The My Page area will just show you what you've selected, what you clicked on that said, watch later, or what you liked. It's going to appear there. And then you have the My Channel. My Channel is where the viewer you would go through all the uploaded videos, and you'll be able to post on your community, because you'll have a private community for your channel. And you will be able to edit your information there as well. My Studio, basically you just get videos and you can edit them after they've been uploaded, and has a search filter for you to go through all the videos that you've uploaded. Now, this is the end of the presentation, but before it ends, I would like to say thank you very much. I know we have plenty of StreamCoin investors over here during the private sale, and because you guys bought and it got sold out, this is the result of this thing, and I thank you sincerely. Just so you know that just in case you didn't know, there is a Maytalk booth just in the center of the exhibition, and you will see the staff there, the team. You get to meet them, have a hands-on experience on Maytalk, and they can even show you how to use it. And there's one more feature I forgot to mention, that you'll be able to log into Maytalk on any social, for now, like Google or on via LinkedIn or Facebook. And then obviously these options will increase as we continue to go through the timeline. I'd like to thank you guys very much for your time. And see you later. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. So we're going to take a 5-minute break now. Please don't go far, because in 5 minutes we're going to be joined by Minia Semenier, that's going to be giving us another fantastic talk. So please don't go too far.
is what is going to affect outside. Your self-talk affects your body, and that affects your results. Your self-talk affects your body, and that affects your results. When you wake up in the morning and you go, self-talk. When you wake up in the morning, you go, I'm tired. What happens to the body? Yeah, the body goes down. So you go to work like this. Do you think with this body you will achieve your target? Your results? The answer is no. But if you get up in the morning and you say, I'm looking for an excited day, your body goes in a different position, physiology, there are chances that you will achieve your results. As per research, there are 60,000 plus thoughts that comes to your mind in a day. And out of that 60,000 thoughts, 77% thoughts are negative. You think about things that you don't want in your life, or you don't want it to happen in your life. So, how many of you have written tests or exams in your life? Tests in your school. Have you written tests? Exams, what do you call it in your country? Exams? There's something that you don't like to do. So imagine you have a test to write, exam to write, and you've memorized everything well. You practiced it well. When you go to the examination hall, there is this voice inside your head which says, I hope I don't forget. I hope I don't forget my answers. As soon as the question paper comes, what happens? Or you have a presentation to make in front of a crowd. You prepared well with the presentation. Just before coming on the stage, there is this voice. I hope I don't forget the answers. I hope I don't mess up my presentation. I hope I don't say something wrong. As soon as you come on the stage, what happens? You know why does it happen? Because you can't think about what you don't want to think about without thinking about it. So let's see if you can follow my instructions. As you sit there listening to me, don't think of a blue camel. Don't think of a blue camel standing under the sun. Don't think about it. What pops up? How many of you have seen a blue camel? In your real life, have you seen a blue camel? Which means, I told your brain not to do something that you have never experienced in your life. And the brain did it. You know why? Because the brain cannot process negatives. Negatives are words like don't, can't, cannot, shouldn't, wouldn't. So you go and tell your friend, your spouse, your family, your colleague, don't do this. And guess what? They do it. Because your brain and his brain cannot process negatives. And we constantly keep talking negative in our life, with ourselves and with others. How many of you have heard this slogan? Don't use plastic bags. All of us. What are we using? Plastic bags. What is that you want me to use instead of plastic bags? Use paper bags or use recyclable bags. The brain doesn't process negatives. And that's one thing that you need to think of. Focus on what you want and say it the way you want it. Focus on what you want and say it the way you want it. So if you want to buy a car, what is that you would say? Which car do you want to buy? Not that I don't want this car. When you say I don't want this car, that's the car you're going to buy. And that car will always be there in your life. Everything that you don't want is present in your life. So focus on what you want and then say it the way you want it. It's very simple to say, I want this, I want this, I want this. If this is your brain, you tell your brain, this is what I want, it goes and gets it. You tell your brain, this is what I don't want, your brain goes and gets it. In both the condition, your brain is supposed to work for you. Make sense? Are we okay? Are we with me? Everybody's with me? Okay, super. So how do we work with the brain? Whatever you do inside affects your body, inside your head affects your body, and that affects your results. So here's the first tip. Focus on what you want and change your inside. If you can't change the inside, what is happening in your mind, what do you change? How do you control your mind? How do you control your thoughts? Any idea? Okay. So you control your mind by controlling your body. You control your mind by controlling your body. So can I ask everybody to sit a little bit on the edge of the chair? I'll take a chair and I'll show you how to do it. So sit on the edge of the chair. Don't touch. Sit on the edge. Come front, everybody. Come front, quickly. Ready? Hold the middle of your chest. Hold the middle of your chest. Everybody, hold. Follow my instructions. Ready? Drop your shoulder half inch. Let's go. How do you feel? Bad, lazy, low. Half inch up. How do you feel? Strong, happy. Again, drop. How do you feel? Half inch up. You control your body to control the mind. If your body, your physiology is like this, you will never be able to think positive. You will never be able to think about your solution. But if your shoulder is up, it's easy for you to think. Your body is very important to change your thoughts. Your body is very important to change your mind. If you control your body, you can control the mind. If you can control the mind, you can control the body. So I'm giving you two ways. Either control the mind to control the body to get your results. Or control the body to control the mind to get your results. How many of you, when you are upset, you go for a jog, run, or move your body, or you exercise? Yeah? What are you doing? You're changing your body, you're moving your body to change your mind. These two are very important. For you to achieve your results, anything that you want to do in life, your mind and body needs to work together. Today, if I want to come and talk here, if my mind and body is not together, I cannot deliver this session. They both have to work together. Make sense? Start controlling these two to control. And that's where the brain works. Because it is very easy for the brain to pick up negative things and focus on negative things. And it is very easy for the brain to pick up positive things and focus on positive things. It all depends upon what are you trying to pick up. What are you trying to focus on? Make sense? Any questions? So how many of you want to stay positive in life? Very good. What do you do to stay positive in life? Do you do something? Very good. So exercise. I'll give you 7 ways to stay positive in life. Ready? 1. Exercise, workout. Working out is not for body, it is for, if you go to gym, when you work out, you're not doing it for the body, you're doing it actually to make your mind stronger more than the body. Because when you don't want to work out and you work out, is you're telling your brain, look, I can do this, I can do something else. So exercise. 2nd, pray, meditate, whatever you believe into. If you believe into prayers, if you believe into meditation, do it. That keeps your mindset positive. 3rd, write a gratitude journal. Write a gratitude journal. 3 things you are grateful for in your life. Write it down every night. Sleep with that gratitude. So in the morning, your body has a lot of energy and positive energy. Right? So exercise, pray or meditate, write a gratitude journal. Fourth, watch a motivational video every day. We are in this internet world. Everything is available on YouTube. Find motivational videos and watch it. There are small videos of 2 minutes. It will keep your mindset positive. Fourth, affirmations. You know what is affirmations? Saying positive statements to yourself about what you want. So say statements about your business, about your health, about money, about your family. These are called affirmations. Statements that will make you believe into things. It's reprogramming your unconscious mind. Affirmation is a way to reprogram your unconscious mind. How many of you want to make money in life? Very good. Do you have an affirmation? Say that affirmation. Say that affirmation to yourself. Yes, that I'm attracting wealth. I'm attracting money. People are happily paying me for my service. And they are happy with my service. These are certain affirmations that you should start using. You are reprogramming your mind to reprogram your body to achieve results. So how many did we count? We said exercise, pray or meditate, gratitude journal, watch a motivational video, say affirmations, read a self-help book. How many of you read a book? Self-help, not fantasy book. Very good. If you don't like reading, read 10 pages every day. Just 10 pages. If you read 10 pages, it is 3,650 pages in a year. That is worth 10 books. If I were to tell you read 10 books, you'll say, I can't. But reading 10 pages will get you bigger answers. Right? So read a book and help someone in life. When you help someone in life, it makes you stay positive. Find a friend, find a client, find someone. Add value to someone's life, it gives you more energy. As a human being, we get more energy when we help someone. It could be sharing your knowledge. It could be sharing your time. It could be teaching somebody someone, a small thing. It could be listening to someone's problem. Even if you don't have a solution, it's okay. Tell the person, I don't have a solution, but I can listen to you. Is that okay? When my friends call me and say, I have a problem, my question is, do you want a solution or you just want me to listen? They say, just listen. I say, okay, cool. I will just listen. After talking, I'll say, okay, are you okay? Yeah, okay, that's it, thank you. But that's contributing to someone's life. So let me recap. What did we say? If you want to stay positive, these are 5, 6 things you should do. Exercise, pray or meditate, write your gratitude journal, watch a motivational video, say affirmation, read a self-help book 10 pages every day. And the 7th one is help someone. When you do this every day, when you do this frequently, it helps you stay positive. Staying positive is taking a bath. How frequently do you take bath? Every day. To keep yourself positive, you have to do these things every single day. You can't do today and say now I will be positive throughout my life. It doesn't work. Mind doesn't work that way. Mind doesn't work that way. Right? And in this world of internet, there is so much of information coming to you that you can immediately grab it and take it to next level. Make sense? Getting it? So I've taught you how the brain works. That brain focuses on the self-talk. Change your self-talk to get your results. If you can't change your self-talk, change your body, move your body to get your results. You can do 7 things to keep yourself positive, to go on, and that will help you. How many times you meet a positive person, you feel good? When you start practicing this, the environment around you starts changing. The people around you start appreciating what you do. Yeah? Everything in your life is inside. Nothing is outside. So I will leave you with a small story And the story is about a grandfather sitting and doing fishing outside the village with a grandson. And there is a guy who comes and questions the grandfather, what kind of people are in this village? And the grandfather says, what kind of people were there in the village that you come from? He says, oh, there were people who were happy, supportive, fun-loving people. The grandfather says, that's the same kind of people in this village. And he goes happily inside the village. After some time, another guy comes and says, what kind of people are in this village? The grandfather says, what kind of people are there in the village that you come from? He says, people not supportive, jealous, fighting for small things. The grandfather says, that's the same kind of people in this village. And he enters the village with a low and sad heart. The grandson gets confused and says, why did you give two different answers for the same village? The grandfather says, the first guy was looking for happiness, fun, cooperation inside his head. He will go and find people who are like that. The second guy was looking for hatred, jealousy, non-cooperation. He will go and find people like that. You attract people, you attract things in your life, what you see inside, not what you see outside. Everything that you see outside is a reflection of your inside. If I see good people inside, I see goodness outside. If I see positive things inside, I see positive things outside. I see business inside, I see business outside. Every single thing in your life that you see is what you're trying to focus inside. They say you cannot ever experience the real world around you. The only world that you experience is what you see inside. Thank you so much, guys. You've been a lovely audience. Thank you.
Wow, I feel like our lives have been changed there. Thank you so much, Mania. What a fantastic presentation. Thank you. So next, I'd like to introduce onto stage our next speaker, Hyun Jong Kim, who will be speaking on regulations on live streaming in GCC. Huge round of applause, guys, for Mr. Kim Young.
Very nice to meet you, all the audience, ladies and gentlemen. I feel I'm very lucky. Fortunately, for this presentation, I have very big Korean audience today. Fortunately, 한국 분들이 많이 오신 것 같아서 대단히 감사합니다. So, for our audience, I will try to use English in mainly, but from time to time, I will explain in Korean for easy and further communications. Okay, just a second. The quick room. Yeah, this, okay. So I will talk about regulations on the live streaming in GCC. GCC means Corporate Corporation countries. Everybody knows it, but some people came here just as a tourist, so I will explain it. I will talk about, it's very easy and simple, many people may say, but I was not expert in the blockchain, NFT, metaverse, and live streaming, all these kind of new words. I'm also not that much experienced, but I studied 1 month. During 1 month, I studied all kind of YouTube and read a lot of books and checked all the regulations in the world and in GCC. So I will talk about, in order to understand easily, I will talk about Web3 first, and then I will talk about our main topic, live streaming with NFT. It's kind of blockchain-based live streaming technology. As you know, everybody, Maytalk was our main agenda today. We discussed but I will explain why we are doing this kind of changes. And last one is regulatory governance in GCC, but this is just a little difficult, so I will try to explain more easily. But in general, it's not that much interesting. It's just how we can regulate this kind of new world. That's the main topic. Web3. So as you know, we are living in Web 2 world. But my presentation is based on Web 1.0. But we are going to Web 3. What is Web 3? This is a typical definition and characterization of all this world. Many people are saying there's no difference between this, but I can clearly mention that Web 3 is totally different world. We are working in XR or IoA, and logic will be based on the AI, and the data and infra will be based on the blockchain. That means currently our Web 2 world is based on the mobile and application and sometimes cloud. So when somebody has big data, they have all the power. But Web 3 is changing. Different world. The real world and virtual world is getting closer. I don't know how long it will take, but as per the experts, as per the world is changing, the speed of the world changing, this is a matter of time. How long it will take. The first generation, first work, business industry will be started with XR first. So as you know, everybody knows, some Oculus or some facial glasses or some bandages, different kind of interface. Devices will come here, and based on this, we can come in and out frequently, easily. And based on the big data, AI will increase our compatibility between real world and virtual world. But the most important thing is blockchain. Blockchain, many people are just thinking about blockchain is coin, but blockchain is totally different world. I will talk about what is the difference. Web 3 generations are based on different concepts. Ownership from platform owners to creators. How is possible? Because on the blockchain's conceptual definition, blockchain is based on the decentralization. Usually, based on Web 2 system, all the data are owned by platform owners like Google, YouTube, Facebook, Meta. They collect a lot of data, and that they are keeping this. But based on this blockchain technology, all the information and data will be decentralized. Means everybody will share this information, and I will keep it. If I do not want to share this information to you guys, then I will keep it. Then I will not agree with you guys. Which means, totally different world. Of course, I studied and I realized it, so it's not easy to understand. But the main concept, characteristic of Web3 is blockchain-based decentralized world. And we are calling this democratic business environment, scalability, diversity. There are so many pros and good points. Of course, there are some cons, difficult points. It will take some more time, many people say. But as per my understanding, the speed of world changing is very fast, much more than my expectation. And of course, I'm a lawyer, so lawyers are always in high. Always, we are just trying to follow the technology. And I realized, oh, today I realized that this changes, but I don't know how to do it. But world is changing very fast. So this course, time to stabilization, is just a matter of time. And selective choice from end user also another factor. But this will be the next generation. So we already saw a lot of changes. OpenBudget, Steemit, YouTube, UNICEF. All this is based on blockchain technology. It looks like YouTube, right? But you can see this is typical blockchain-based decentralized platform for sharing the content and videos. Via Aladdin is the platform of TNC as well. I just added one more sample. So based on this blockchain and NFT, there are so many different industries. I will show you smart manufacturing. Everybody knows it. So based on technology, AI, blockchain, you can protect yourself, but also you can automate all the manufacturing system and logistics. You can check all the history of the product, all the history of this market. And blockchain will be related to all devices. For example, in the kitchen, home automation. We already saw it. It's very typical. But many people does not want to share this home automation or smart city system due to the risk. My information, my personal information is linked to another people, so I do not want to. So we are saying privacy issue. But with blockchain, this risk will be very lessened. In smart city, and also there are biometrics and online digital guarantees and authenticity solution. There are so many other industries as well. And smart healthcare and medicals as well. Very interesting one more thing is direct democracy. As you know, we really want to do all the business based on direct democracy. I want to decide everything by myself. Even in my country, I want to decide, okay, let's start tax system or not. I want to vote. But now, we are doing all indirect voting system. Why? We cannot trust any other people. But if the blockchain system is stabilized, we can start this voting system. Denmark has already tried as Liberal Alliance Party. They started online voting system based on the blockchain. So there is of course there is pros and cons when they start this kind of new challenge, but it was very successful in that country. Okay, I will start with live stream. Just pass. Based on the Web 2.0 generation, live streaming was like this. But just easy, just the video coming on. Is there any influencer or live streamer here? Okay. So based on your experience, I want to explain. So till now, I am doing a kind of YouTube, I am influencer, for example. We are calling this business model as B2B2C. It looks like just very complicated. I will make it very simple. So, for example, social media is, I can say YouTube or Facebook, and corporation is Samsung, for example, and I am customer. As well as you can see this structure, customer providing all data to show social media, And social media have an agreement with Samsung, and they are paying commission, and they are providing customer service. Based on this customer service and customer data, they can make a lower failure rate of marketing, advertisement. Because the success rate will be very higher, but more accurate. As you can see, when you see on YouTube, you will realize why I never expected, but everything comes to me which is related to my interest. Very interesting. Why? AI. Based on this information and AI system, they can provide all filtered information, and based on this, we may get this open. Okay, it's good. I like it. It's very smart. But the problem is, where's my money? I have 1 million, 5 million followers, but just followers. I'm happy, but all the monies come to social media. But if the world changes, what will happen? The main reason we want to focus on live streaming technology is decentralize all this data and information to the creator. NFT. If I make one content, for example, I made this presentation to you. Of course, my presentation is not much good, but if my presentation was like that kind of Mark Zuckerberg presentation, then many other people want to see, right? Then I will make it with NFT. Then I will share this all information to all the people. Not only to YouTube, not only to TikTok, not only to some platform. Through Maytalk, that information will be encrypted based on blockchain technology. All this information will be distributed. At the same time, without any restrict, of course, there will be some defense from the huge platform owners, but I feel difficult to change the world. Till the time somebody break the blockchain technology. Look, blockchain technology is not that much complicated. Very simple. Everybody knows. So based on this technology, NFT will help us. Creative-oriented business environment will help. And easy to distribute and share, but protected ownership. I will be the owner of this content. This lecture, for example, is my lecture. Regardless how long it will take, how long it will sustainable, this information in this lecture will be kept under my name and encrypted as my data, my information. Somebody, if 5 years later, somebody asked me to, Jason, your information is quite good, just to sell. Okay, how much? $10. Okay, I'm willing to pay. But there is no commissioner. There is no broker. Of course, there could be some brokers in general, but in this market, the number of brokers will be very low. And fair treatment for your efforts. From now on, I will talk about legal, but not that much interesting. IP means intellectual property, 지적재산권 관련된 논의입니다. So always when we do some action, there is reaction, and based on the stream, there is some regulation. Our life is always, since our human being created always same. We need to start first. At the end, finally, we realize, this should be regulated. So this is the time of the regulation, but it will take a very long time, I think, because nobody knows. Till now, it's no, I don't know. What is this market? Who knows what happened in the future? Nobody knows in 5 years what will happen. But very clear, business is going well. Business will go, and our role is to just understand how to regulate these people. So this is the next step. This information will be shared to other people. The reason why I put a lot of information in my presentation, I will minimize as possible. Publicity, privacy, data protection, cyber security risk, other criminal risks like cyberbullying, cyber structural harassment, extortion, defamation, slander, offensive secret, diversion, violence, assault. Many people are saying, assault? Assault? Is this, right? 폭행. 때리는 거죠. But in cyber world, that will happen. Everybody knows. In the future, that will happen. Then how we can control? How can we regulate it? How can we manage this kind of issues? And also, the most important part today is anti-money laundering. 자금 세탁입니다. 자금 세탁. So, based on our basic understanding, we will discuss how the world is trying to regulate in the new world. There is no typical government authority in the world yet. Many people are saying UN, United Nations, or other government, international government sectors will regulate by themselves, but still, in the virtual asset industry, it's not that much regulated yet. The reason why, Financial Action Task Force, FATF, is the first and most influential body who is making regulation guidelines. Regulation is difficult at this moment because nobody knows how it will happen, how it will change, but they made guidelines. So when regulation sector came in the world, always like this. In Korea, many people heard that 규제 샌드박스. 규제 sandbox, regulatory sandbox we are calling, is very simple because we don't know how to regulate this market. So I will give you special freedom in this region and till this market, till this industry. So for the time being, I will give you 3 years freedom for you to do anything. That's the way of 규제 and regulatory sandbox system. But globally, it's not possible. The reason why they made global guidelines, how you will handle, manage, understand, implement the regulations in the world. So this is FATF is an independent intergovernmental body that develops and promotes policies to protect the global financial system against money laundering, terrorist financing, and the financing proliferation of weapons, mass destruction. So all this concept comes from anti-money laundering. Anti-money laundering. Why world is so focused on the anti-money laundering? Virtual. Very simple. Virtual world. If virtual world can be controlled by the government sector like China, then they may not say, but virtually it's not possible to control. So the reason why they wanted to get some control on that. So recommendations are recognized as a global anti-money laundering and CFT standard. So this is the old information. You can see anytime. This is open source. but just a little difficult to understand. I will give you some examples. Too many English words, but I will make it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is current updated. I have 10 Bitcoin. For example, I wanna buy one property in Dubai. Very nice villa. How much is? Okay, just 1 million. 5 minutes. So, thank you very much. So based on this, everybody want to sell their virtual assets and they want to get current. So based on this structure, people want to make money, but they want to control. When banks have their own system, it's calling red flag system. If some transaction, they realize that there is some suspicious transaction, that definitely automatically they can filter out and then they can stop the transaction. Everything is done. So this is just a little difficult, so I will just go first. Regulatory framework also very aggressive in this region as well. So this is the history, what happened in GCC. Especially UAE is the leading country in this region in terms of development and regulatory issues. So based on this, all different DMCC, TFSA, SCA are issuing the regulation, then how to control these issues. They prepared all. So as per this UA frame, based on FATF, they scale down to UA government, central bank, and some free zones have their regulation. But that also based on financial FATF. So when you understand FATF, you can easily understand. So based on this framework, they made different kind of law. But as you can see in this name of the law, still they are confusing. What is the name of the law? Crypto. Sometimes they are using crypto. Sometimes they are still very digital, virtual, token. They don't know. What is it? So after 3 years, 5 years, you will see what will be the official language, but still different language. Even in the law, they are using different words. So which means this is under establishment. The sectors are like this: security and investment law, banking, money transmission, anti-money laundering, exchanges, miners, insurance sponsors, criminal and civil fraud and enforcement, that kind of work. And recently, Dubai announced they will adopt this virtual asset management issue. The reason why they made this Dubai virtual asset law is launched very fast. Sheikh Mohammed issued the law. So Dubai changed the regulatory. So based on this law, they will have Dubai Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. So VARA will handle all the virtual asset issues. Some details. A few months ago, one month ago, right? Binance tried to set up in Bahrain, and just 2 days later, Dubai World Trade Center signed a MOU. Just 2 days. They are competing, which means Bahrain and Dubai and Saudi is competing. Qatar, Kuwait, and some conservative country does not accept crypto, but virtual asset, but two countries are competing. But finally, I feel UAE is in prioritize. Yeah, for example, Central Bank of Bahrain tried to do something. Saudi is just a little slow. Okay. Fortunately, I can finish. Thank you for your hearing. 한국 분들 오셨는데 제가 이게 한국말로 설명한다고 했는데 마음이 급해가지고 영어로만 설명을 해서 죄송합니다. 네, 즐거운 시간 보내고 가시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. John Kim. Thank you so much. So before we continue, guys, I want to tell you about our Top 100 Awards ceremony that we have tonight, Top 100 Influencers Awards at 7 p.m. that you are all invited to. It's going to be in our outstage area. And I'd like to also I'd like to thank our sponsors again for their help in this event. A massive shout out to Platinum Partners, Detroit, MECI, Tiny Trader, Real Research, MeiTalk, our gold partners, ABBC, TNC Teams, Aladdin Pro, Doreen, Century and Invest, Brick, Vanku, VR Academy, Blockchain Valley, Meta Z-Byte, our silver partners, Albulf Octopus Network, GOA, View IT, World Gamecoin, and Ollie Sports. Our bronze partners, MoveLetX, ICT, Rock and Blocked, and Champion Yachts. A huge round of applause for the official beauty partner, ISAS, and the marketing partner, Q&A Morecambe, for this show. And don't forget, if you're on the socials, to hashtag WLSC for the Streamers family. So our next session is a fireside chat. The topic of discussion is using social video to grow your brand and your community. Please welcome to the stage our speakers for this session. We have Hema Hamid, fashion stylist, and Angie Fatia, founder of CEO of Future Wise Education. And this session will be moderated by our Shireen Shabner, editor-in-chief of GTM Millionaire Group in Madden. Over to you, Shireen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this session of a Fireside Chat. Today we have with us Hiba Hamad, who is a fashion stylist. And we have Anju Bhatia, who is the founder and CEO of Future Wise Education. Now, we would be talking about using social videos to grow your brand and your community. As you know, what you see usually has more of an impact than what you usually read and visualize. So I'm going to start the session with Hiba. Hiba, can you tell us a little bit about how streaming has helped you with your business?
Actually, is it working? Yeah. So actually, it helped me a lot because, you know, once I started with my page, I had a very small followers. It's not that much big. I used to have like 5,000 followers. And within a year, I started to study how to get more followers and how to let people know about my service as a stylist and as a fashion stylist and personal shopper. So I started to study, and what I reached that there are like 4 keys I have to reach. First key is the honesty. So you have to be honest of what you are like introducing to people. Like for the fashion, as a fashion stylist and personal shopper, I have to give my honest opinion to these guys. Like this color will match this color, like this style will match you, this cut will match you, you know, like that. So you have, so the followers should sense that you are really honest about what you are offering. Because if you didn't reach that level of sense to the followers, they will not believe you and they will not buy from you. You'll buy your service at least. Second thing, or the second key, is the consistency. So you have to be consistent of what you are doing, right? So I shouldn't be like away from like 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, so people will forget about me. So I should have like a consistent content to offer to my followers or to my community, so I can grow more. If I didn't do that, so people will get bored or forget about me. There's one more thing, which is engagement. So engagement is very important to grow more with your community, because people spend some time to make a comment or to like or to reshare or to repost. So this is very important to get engaged to these people. If they didn't find that you are appreciating their like 1 minute time they do it in your profile, they will not be interested also in your content.
And do you usually respond to these comments yourself? Because a lot of brands, I find, use companies to do that. What is your
Yes,
take on
for
that?
me, yes, I do it myself. Even the DMs or the messages, yes, I do it myself, of course, because it will show if it's you or someone else.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Anju, you as an educator and entrepreneur, what is your take on streaming and how is it helping your business?
Thank you so much, Shireen. It's wonderful to be here and welcome everyone. Definitely as an educationist, as an entrepreneur, I have found it very, very useful. I have many stories to share with you all when we talk about the social media promotions or live streaming, or how you can make your short videos of your business and then promote it at different platforms. It has helped us immensely, and there are one or two incidents from the past where I was associated with a college. It was new. We had just started it with the investors, and it is education. It has to reach out to the right audience. And we were thinking that how we can do that, and reaching out to the right target audience is very, very important. We had conducted a webinar on a particular subject which we were about to teach. We went live stream with that, and we got multiple admissions because of that, because people want to see what you are doing, how you are doing, and when they see you actually, rather than just by writing it as a content, then it makes a lot of difference. Other, again, incidents have been where we had organized some kind of event, and there were people who wanted to bring in some kind of giveaways to the event. They were a little skeptical as they didn't know that what kind of audience is going to be there, whether it is going to be beneficial for them. As if I want to give away something, I would see how it is going to benefit me. But then it happened that as soon as we started putting up the videos and the event went live, within half an hour, there were people at the doorsteps who were skeptical, and that now they weren't. They saw that, this is the event, these are the people who are there, and this is just such a happening event, and why they aren't there. So it is so much important to, go live or do live streaming for your events or be on social media. I'm completely in favor of it. I mean, that has immensely helped us.
Okay, so which platforms or mediums do you find most effective? Because a lot of vloggers prefer YouTube, but then a lot of social media guys, they prefer Instagram, Facebook, they do live videos. What has been effective for you?
Well, for me, I feel that, it all depends on what kind of businesses you have. So the target audience is going to be different for everybody, and so is the age group. So if I have students who I want to offer undergraduate and postgraduate programs through my institute, definitely then it would be probably Instagram or probably YouTube, where I would be finding them more. If I want to attract their parents, it could be Facebook. If I want to attract them in some other way, then probably it could be any other social media platform of mothers, where there are more of children or students. So it all depends what kind of activity you have. If it's a fashion brand, like how Heba has, so in that case, she needs to see who are the people who are really into fashion. My education, future-wise education, I would look into whether I'm teaching languages. I teach Arabic. We teach IELTS. We train for multiple other business management programs. So in that case, we actually train the mature and the young audience. So in that case, who is my target audience and what could be the right platform for me? Not only that, once you have started doing that, please do not continue with that if it is not giving you results. It automatically is very alarming if you come to know that after 10 days or 15 days of that kind of live streaming video marketing, or any other such mode of advertising, it is not helping you at all, or you are not getting the favorable or desired results. So switch and then understand who is your target audience.
Okay. Speaking of social media, so Hiba, can you tell us what mediums are working for you, and why should brands invest in content creators?
Sorry?
Why should brands invest in content creators? Because it's usually more personal when you do it yourself, like you mentioned, but there are a lot of brands who use content creators. And if they do, how do they make sure that they are relevant to the brand?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. As I started my talk, I told you three words or three keys. Okay, there's a fourth missing. So these four keys, what I do, that's why why they are investing with me, to reach the big target, which is the 3 words target. I'm gonna tell you later about it. So the last one or the last key is to make it simple and short. If you are simple and short, so you will reach even more people. Because people are looking for simplicity. It's not, we already have lots of complications around it. So simple is the key, also one of the keys to reach more people and to grow your brand. So if I reach these 4 keys, which is honesty, consistency, engagement, and simple and short, I'm gonna reach my target, which is the word of mouth. So if I reach this word of mouth, that people are talking about Hiba, that she's honest about what she's offering. So definitely the brand will know that Hiba is very honest about she's offering about the brand, what she's talking honestly, that she is consistent, that, for example, now I'm wearing one of the brands, okay, I'm collaborating with. So also it means, it's like an indirect message to my followers that, guys, I'm just wearing one of my my brands I'm collaborating with. So this also means honesty, because I feel comfortable while I'm wearing this dress. So also, as I said, answering your question, why the brands should investing with me. So sometimes, I do for myself, from my side, like giveaways. Giveaways means it doesn't mean that a giveaway that I want to gain more followers or I need these followers to buy from this X brand. No, I don't want that. I want these followers to be loyal to me and to the brand. Correct? So giveaway means that thank you guys for being loyal to me, for being supportive, for being my backbone, my online social media family. So this is very important. It doesn't mean it doesn't have that I should make giveaway. So this follow this page and follow this page and tag 3 friends, blah blah blah. I don't like that. I'm not gaining followers.
It is very annoying.
Yes, because if the follower or if the community just entered my page and the brand page for the sake of winning, if they didn't win, they are gonna leave, right? Even if they won, also they are gonna leave, because the purpose only for what? For winning, but not for seeing my content, and also my content to the brand, how I how to show the brand on my page. So
Okay. And what do you feel about brands who then look at people with very high followers, high numbers, and then they say, okay, if I send my product to them, I want them to post something positive about it, and then the person who's been hired feels obliged to post everything positive, which is not correct as well.
Yes.
What is your take on that? Do you think brands should do that?
no, because we are different. For example, if a brand like a skincare brand send me something, maybe it will work for my skin, but others will not work for them. So if I'm gonna give my opinion, I give my opinion based on me, not on for others, definitely. So, but if one of the brands send me something and cause me harm, because this is also part of the honesty. Because if I'm honest regarding the brand, I have to tell my honest feedback. But usually I don't criticize, and also never compare between brand and other brands. So this is also part of the honesty, because it doesn't work for me. So I have to say my honest opinion that it causes something to my skin. It's not helpful to my health. So yeah.
And just tell me a little bit about some more of your success stories, because I understand you do very different activations for different purposes. Some as an educator, some as an entrepreneur. Do you have any stories to share?
Well, I feel as a parent, there is definitely one story which, everybody would relate to here. Many a times it so happens that you are not able to attend your child's parent-teachers meeting or probably an event which is happening in your child's school because of your own commitments. So how this social media has helped you out in actually being there while physically you are not and able to see what is happening in the child's school. So this is not a success story only for the school, but also the child and the parent as well, who will not miss out or would not miss out any important activity which is happening in their life. Personally, on a personal note, since we also train for IELTS, so I remember that once when we were training, it was not possible for all the students to be there in one of the organizations, and some of the students had an off that day for certain reasons. So the live streaming helped them a lot to be at the comfort zones of their home and be able to see what exactly is happening and what we are doing. So it is all about, how you can reach out. It doesn't matter, but this aspect, social media, making videos, posting it to different target audience, reaching out to different people from all walks of life, giving them what they want to see and offering them what is of their need and importance, and you cannot actually promote everything everywhere. So in that case, yes, it definitely helps a lot. And that makes a success story when you are able to reach out to the right set of people and strike a right chord.
And Hiba, as a fashion designer who's also become an expert in promoting the industry, what advice and take-home messages would you give to the younger ones who are just coming up, the emerging talents? What would you say they should do to get visibility that will last?
Just to be yourself. This is the thing. To be yourself so you will reach really to more people. Because people, as I told you in the beginning, they will sense if you are fake or you are natural. So you have to be just yourself. So, like talking with everyone, even on the social media. Like I'm talking to my friend, my family, so I have to be the same person even on the social media. I have to pretend sometimes. Even, sometimes people, usually for Instagram, this is my only platform I'm using. So for Instagram, there are lots of filters. So sometimes I get out without a filter just to make guys, I'm just normal like you. I don't have like a perfect skin. We don't have to be all like perfect or to be, there's no like a certain acne in our faces. No, we are all human. So just be yourself in front of your audience and in front of the community. So you will reach that level. So they will believe in you. They will trust you. They will keep following you. They will be curious of what you are doing next. So
now, as one of the things we notice with the big fashion brands is they use celebrities a lot. So if, let's say, one of the celebrities is wearing something that is on your platform, do you capitalize on that? Do you think there's a lot of benefit in that?
For me, believe it or not, I'm not into like a high luxurious brand because for me also simplicity is the key because not everyone can afford to buy luxurious brands. So I just keep it simple. If you check my profile, you see that it's as simple as it is. I never, because as I told you, not everyone can afford. So if I can afford, yeah, definitely I will go, but I will not keep talking about it that this is, if you wore X bag or shoes, so you'll be like on top. If you didn't, so sorry, you are not.
What I mean is that, we often get stories of, like, the minute a celebrity is seen in, let's say, one of the pieces of a brand, they immediately, the first thing they do is share the photo. You see, this person is wearing something. Do you get, like, local celebrities, somebody you admire who wears something that was sold on your platform? Do you get excited about it?
Not really.
Okay. Okay, no worries. Anju, a little bit more about the opportunities of live streaming for your particular sector? Like, what opportunities do you think live streaming gives you in the area of education?
Well, it enables us to reach out to the masses, not only in this part of the world, but at the same point of time, other parts of the world, specifically where we feel that people would like to take those kind of qualifications, courses, trainings from us. As I said that, if we have English language as a program to offer, in that case, reaching out to those areas where English is a second language or not spoken at all, there is no atmosphere of speaking or using this language. So there are very grim chances that people might be fluent in this language or be able to use this language very confidently. So there are, I would not like to name the countries, but that is the scene most of the time. In the same manner, if now I'm not in an Arabic speaking atmosphere, then in that case I will not be able to speak Arabic very fluently because I don't get an opportunity to do that. So this kind of social media marketing helps us out to understand what is required in which particular part of the world and how to reach them out and how to make the most of it. And that is what helps us for sure. So one more example, if locally or internationally somebody wants to move to an English-speaking country for the academic purposes or probably the work opportunities. So since we train for IELTS, so in that case, definitely reaching out to only those people. So it is completely need-based, and we make complete use of our social media handles, which could be Instagram, definitely the Facebook page. Again, the group, I have also made WhatsApp groups, which is associated with the education. So social media is not only restricted to YouTube, or it is restricted to Facebook pages, but also LinkedIn many a times for the professional outreach. So yeah, multiple mediums.
Yeah, speaking about LinkedIn, I'm sure it's not that relevant to Hiba, but LinkedIn is a good platform for
Definitely it is. It's a wonderful. I think for everything for that matter, Shireen, because I can see that whenever I post something which I'm doing currently, or I have done, even the people who are not a part of it or not involved, they appreciate, and I could see a buzz is created somehow even on LinkedIn. As it happened that once, we did a training for a certain school where we had to give a number of certificates after the event was over. Mm-hmm. And I had just laid down the certificates on the table in my conference room, took a picture of it and put it on LinkedIn. And I said, all ready to go. And at that point of time, I didn't know that what kind of buzz it is going to create in the education sector, thinking that FutureWise Education is really doing a great job. So it is very important to capture those small tidbits from each and every activity which you do to promote yourself and to tell people that this is what we are doing. And definitely it attracts, and it not only attracts people who would like to take services from you, but it also brings a lot of appreciation from the people from the same industry and the sector, of course. Yeah. So that is an advantage, definitely.
Do you use LinkedIn to connect with other fashion stylists or brands?
No.
No?
Because for me, LinkedIn, it's a professional platform. But for what I do, it's a professional platform. But for Instagram, what I do in Instagram, I offer service. So it's quite different. So I would like to make everything in its place, like Instagram for my job, because I have a job.
Yeah.
I'm not only a stylist.
Okay.
So this is for my job to connect with the other companies, to gain more information, the competitors, stuff like that. But for Instagram, for me, it's only for my service, what I offer with the brands, for my styling, for the personal shoppers. So I put everything in place.
Yeah, just for the audience, LinkedIn is one of the very few platforms where you can't really buy fake followers, comments, or likes. It's very controlled. It's one of the most quality platforms as well, because it's monitored by the founders as well. So not only do you connect with real people who have jobs, what it does is also tells people, okay, well, if this person has a job, they have an income. And if they have an income, they have purchasing power. So when you have a product you want to sell, the chances of you coming across an audience which has a purchasing power is higher on LinkedIn as well. Now, before we end the chat, because we're running out of time, I'd like both of you to give us some take-home messages about why live streaming is the perfect way to grow your brand as well as your community. Any parting thoughts on that?
Because it's an easy way to connect with people. Everyone has a mobile, everyone has an Instagram account, TikTok, Snapchat, so even teenagers, they have, 7 years old, they have. So it's like connecting people together. It's much easier. So now I carry my phone so I can connect with everyone. So I see that this is the easiest way to connect with others.
Right. And for you, how would you grow your community using live stream?
Yeah, so I always believe in that old age saying where it said that, out of sight, out of mind. So I don't want to be out of sight and out of mind. I always want to be in the mind of people and let them think about me and what I do and how it could benefit not only them, but as a society as a whole, because definitely education contributes a lot, not only for the present generations, but also for the generations to come. So yes, it's very, very important to be in the mind of people and let them know what you do. And these social media platforms and streaming live or connecting on WhatsApp and using different mediums are the perfect way to do that. So please do that, and definitely we guarantee you will be benefited by it.
Thank you so much, ladies. And if the audience has any questions or if they want to meet the speakers, they will be around after this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Over to you, Alan.
Thank you so much, ladies. Another very exciting session there. So next, I'd like to introduce to you our next lady who's going to be on stage. It's Sahar El-Tanawi, and she's a life coach who will be speaking on making live streaming content fun and engaging. Everyone, please welcome to the stage, Sahar.
ازيكم عاملين ايه؟ How are you? اوكي اتكلم بالعربي. سحر دكتورة أسنان ولايف كوتش. هاي. من زمان عندي هوس بالتطوير وازاي الواحد يحب نفسه ويكون أحسن. فخلينا نتكلم عن الجواز والطلاق. انتوا عارفين ان في مصر في كل 3 دقايق حالة طلاق. السعودية كل ساعة في 7 حالات طلاق. دي إحصائيات حقيقية وبتحصل. أوكي؟ فمش هنتكلم بس عن تجربة شخصية ولكن كمان مع ستات كتير بياخدوا معايا كوتشنج. فهنتكلم عن الأسباب الأساسية. أوكي؟ أول حاجة طفولتنا. إحنا بنتعلم إيه في البيت؟ حضرتك حضرتك عندك بنت متجوزة؟ عندك أحسن. لو جت قالت لك جوزي بزعلني هتقولي لها ايه؟ روحي خليكي عيل، صح؟ صح؟ اربطيه بالعيل، صح؟ مفيش حل، ده مش حل فعال. يعني هو لو عايز يعمل حاجه هيعملها وهيمشي، صح؟ فاحنا المشكله بتبدا من واحنا اطفال، بيحصل لنا بروجرامينج في عقلنا. اول حاجه خالص بنعلم الطفل ان انت في حب مشروط. لو عملت كذا هعمل لك كذا، ما عملتش كذا مش هعمل لك كذا. الحب هنا بقى مشروط. تاني حاجة لازم تكون شبهنا وزينا. لو انت مش شبهي انا مش هحبك، صح؟ فهنا بنعلمه ايه؟ انه ما يكونش عنده ثقة في نفسه وان هو مش متقبل نفسه، فبالتالي مش متقبل الاخرين. فهنا بقت البيئة سامة جدا. فلما يكبر يبدأ يدور على الحب اللي هو اتعود عليه في البيت. طبعا ده غير المشاكل اللي بتحصل في البيت تحت مسمى هنستحمل عشان الاطفال. طبعا الاطفال بيتعلموا الكلام ده. اوكي؟ فأنا افترض إن أنا طلعت بره بيتي، فهبدأ أدور على الحب اللي اتعلمته في البيت، اللي هو شخص ممكن يكون بيهني، ممكن يكون في خيانة، ولكن أنا هستحمل عشان بحبه. ومفيش كرامة في الحب، وطبعا دي أسوأ حاجة ممكن إحنا نسمعها في حياتنا كلها. توتر يا جماعة، أول مرة أطلع على الستيج. أعمل إيه جوز؟ أوكي؟ فنيجي هنا بقى المشكلة الأساسية بتاعتنا إن مفيش تقدير للذات. تقديرك لذاتك صفر. اوكي؟ فرحلة انك تحبي نفسك طويلة ولكن تستاهل. اوكي؟ حضرتك ممكن تيجي معايا تعالي. ازيك حضرتك منال؟ صح. I'm a big fan of yours. Really? Okay. قولي لي حضرتك متجوزة؟
مش هيكفينا احنا الاثنين. عندي احفاد كمان. يا زوجي
ممكن اقول لك نيم عشان ما يعرفش.
طبعا متقبلاه، طبعا. لا ما حاولتش اغيره، بس حاولت افهمه انا ميولي، اللي بحبه، احلامي، طموحاتي. بذلت شوي مجهود في اني اعبر عن نفسي، فهو الحمد لله تفهمني وانا معك اهو.
الحمد لله. هنيجي هنا للنقطة الثانية ان احنا بنحاول نغير شريك الحياة.
يس يا
بس حضرتك عندك وعي
اها
ما شاء الله، عشان كده جوازة مستمرة عشان كان في وعي. ولكن
مظبوط.
الطلاق دلوقتي بيحصل بسبب ان انا لازم اغيره.
صح، بلاحظ كتير الحاجات دي.
صح.
صح.
اصل هو بيشرب سجاير، لا ما هو انت هو مش هيبطل عشانك، روحي اشربي معاه اسهل. انا بشوف كده، لكن انت
في
تكوني هتغيري.
بيكونوا يعني عايزين يبقوا نسخة من جوزهم عشان يقدروا يمشوا ويكملوا معاه. صح.
بالضبط. فلازم اكون متقبله الطرف الاخر بعيوبه ومميزاته. ولكن قبل حضرتك ما تكوني بتحبيه بعيوب ومميزاته، لازم تكوني انت بتحبي نفسك
اكيد
وعارفه طلباتك ايه.
اكيد
صح.
اكيد طبعا
حضرتك
طبعا.
قلتي جمله مهمه دلوقتي، ان انت حضرتك رحتي له قلتي له انا بحب كذا وبحب كذا واحلامي كذا، فلقيتي في توافق.
مظبوط.
هنا الوعي. فالحب بيشكل جزء من العلاقه مش كل حاجه.
لا مش كلها طبعا.
اوكي. طب متشكره جدا حضرتك. طب ممكن تقولي لي بنتك بقى لما بتشتكي من جوزها ايه الحلول اللي ممكن تقدمها لها؟
بنتي على فكره بنتي طبيبه اسنان زي حضرتك.
والله هي الاحسن.
لا دي صديقتي. بنتي طبيبه اسنان في اريزونا اسمها يارا، وبرضك ابتدت بطموحاتها ونفس المشاعر نفس الطموحات. فلما بتكلمني بقولها ماما اشرحي لزوجك انت عايزه ايه، يعني هو حيشاركك بس لما يكون عارف. وانا اعتقد اذا سمحتي لي دكتوره اقول كلمه طبعا صغيره، انه معظم المشاكل اللي بتحصل لانه الزوج هو بيكون عنده حاجتين، الخوف والغيره، فهو بيخاف عليكي وبيغار. فلو وضحتي له انت عايزه ايه اي ثينك الامور حتمشي سموثلي.
صح. بس هو لازم يكون هو كمان في بيتهم في بيت اهله عارف ازاي يحترم المرأة.
اكيد طبعا
صح.
أكيد.
فبنت حضرتك لو حضرتك علمتيها ازاي تحب نفسها كويس، مش
طبعا.
اي حد هتقبل بيه.
طبعا يا رب.
فهنا الى المغزى. طب لو حصل مشكله ايه الحلول اللي ممكن تقدمها لها غير انك تخلفي عيل عشان تبسطي؟
اذا حصل مشكله هقول لها برضو خلي الحقائق واضحه قدامك وقدامه، كل واحد يتكلم عن مشاعره وعن تفكيره حتلتقي الاطراف. دائما المشاكل اللي بتحصل من غموض، في حاجه مش واضحه او اتفهمت خطا.
بالظبط. طب هل هي بتعتمد سعادتها كليا على جوزها؟ انا سعادتي كلها مبنيه عليك انت؟
لا طبعا ولا خالص.
احب احييك على تربيتك
حبيبتي. شكرا دكتوره.
نتعلم منك طبعا.
تسلمي، فرصه سعيده.
انا اسعد والله.
شكرا. اتفضلي.
بس فبكل سهوله لازم الواحد يحب نفسه الاول، وبعدين يبدا يدور على شريك الحياه، وبعدين يحاول يفهم هو عايز ايه. اولا هنشوف تربيتنا كانت عامله ازاي. لو انا عندي خلل من ايام الطفوله وده مش عيب ودي مش مشكله، ممكن عادي تتصلح. مشاعرنا بنقدر نوجهها ونبدا كمان نغيرها. يس. اوكي. ف كل ملخص يعني بس ان الواحد يحب نفسه ويبدا بعدين يدور على شريك الحياه. لو انا مش بحب نفسي مش هعرف اختار صح، الاختيار هيكون سيء. لو انا سعادتي مبنيه على سعاده الشخص اللي قدامي، او انا مستنيه ان فلان بس هو يديني كل سعادتي، او مثلا ابني هو مصدر سعادتي الوحيد، فابني ده بكره هيكبر وهيسيبني مش هيبقى عندي مصدر سعاده. فلازم انا اكون سعيده ومبسوطه، ولازم اكون بحب نفسي. فدايما في سؤال بساله ازاي احب نفسي. قولي لي انت لو صاحبتك جت اشتكت هتقولي لها ايه؟ معلش صح، طبطبي عليها، تاخديها في حضنك. لكن لو انت غلطتي هتبقي قاسيه على نفسك، تحكمي على نفسك وترفضي كل حاجه وتقولي لا انا فاشله انا ما ينفعش. لكن ده مش صح، عادي جدا لو تطبطبي على صاحبتك تطبطبي على نفسك. اوكي، ازاي بقى تخلي الكونتنت بتاعك فن انجيجنج زي ما عملت دلوقتي؟ بتشاركي الناس، بتكوني اهم حاجه على طبيعتك، ما تقوليش نكت، انت بتبقي على طبيعتك وبتشاركي الناس وبتاخدي رايهم، فبالتالي بيبقى هنا في تفاعل اكتر. بس يا جماعه كده، شكرا.
Thank you so much, Sahar. So our next